What is up, everyone? It is Speed here, and today we are back with another episode of Guess the Rank. I'm going to be looking at 4 clips in total here today. I hope you made it in. If you submitted, if you're a Smurf, I absolutely disdain you. Not because I even necessarily hate smurfing, I just purely don't understand. Like, I'm going through the clips, I'm like, oh, I want to find some great gameleap members who are trying to learn the game so I can, look at the brackets, try to guess their rank, and point out what people do right, what people do wrong within their brackets. But like, 60% of the games are Smurfs. So, today's episode, I've made sure to do my best to avoid Smurfs at all costs. If I get that wrong, or I get tricked, so be it. But this is hopefully a Smurfless episode. So, if you are excited for this episode, please click the like button and subscribe, and continue to submit clips if you are not a Smurf. Also, one thing I want to quickly say is if you guys are interested in support content, over on the main gameleap website, I made a video on how you could stomp the first 10 minutes. So if you're struggling with your laning stage, I go over a Crystal Maiden replay, and honestly, it applies to any support, but they absolutely dominate that game, right? I think actually, yeah, it was a really great replay analysis where I talk about trading, polling, everything you need to know, and on top of that, I did a Rubik analysis of something similar. So yeah, if you're just trying to learn your early game supporting, sign up to the gameleap website, and I think you're gonna love it. Alright, so getting into our first clip here, we have a clip with TK on the Troll Warlord. First things first, I thought this was one of the best plays I've seen in a while. I love seeing this out of any sort of solo queue player. To be fair, this is a gameleap submission. 9-1 with 210 CS at the 22-minute mark. To be fair, I love the fact that he has high CS. Guys, if you're a carry player and you never come close to this mark, like 200 CS by 22, something like that, I would rethink how you're playing, He's been very active on the map, and yet his CS is high. Not that I've watched the game, but he's 9-1-5, so I would imagine so. But nonetheless, this play that we see upcoming here is that he's solo roshing. Guys, you have to understand what your hero's strength is, and for some reason, unless someone is playing Ursa, or they're a TA spammer, or a Meepo spammer, they don't rosh. Guys, rosh. So, just right off the fact that he is roshing because he happened to find a DD and pops a smoke for it, gives me really high MMR vibes. I mean, I honestly think there's no doubting that. Frankly, I think Rosh is the most underutilized objective in the game, even though it is, in my opinion, arguably the most important objective in the game, besides maybe the tier 1 mid tower. Yeah, but he also immediately goes back to farming. So, just with looking at this clip, I'm such a huge fan of the fact that he took Roshan alone, didn't force his team into some bizarre push, and simply continued farming. I wish more people did this. He's even willing to split push alone in side lanes. So I'm getting at least mid-ancient vibes, at least. So that's the vibe I'm getting, just because it's so many proficient plays, not forcing his team into a bad fight, pushing in side lanes alone, taking Rosh even alone. Not that you have to take Rosh alone, that's not a requirement, but if you can, you can. And now he's sieging the mid-tier 2 tower. This push, I would say I'm not a huge fan of this positioning. I feel like the enemy team can just poke you from here really easily, which they sort of do, so yeah, not a huge fan of that positioning. That seemed somewhat mediocre. Your Storm's also not in the area. You back off. Okay, get some damage back off. I respect that. And you have a Nether Shawl? Wow, I can't believe this. Only because, like, most of the time, people just don't realize that Nether Shawl is a good carry item. They're like, I don't need 8 spell damage, surely it's bad. But the other number, 25% magic resist, is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Nonetheless, we're going to be looking at an engagement here. Oh, Storm is top now. Well, there's so much split pushing going on in this game, which frankly, I don't know if the Storm should be split pushing this much, but it is still really good that people are doing it. Once again, I do feel like your positioning is off. I'd rather you stand here than here. The reason for that is it's harder for them to engage on you. They could easily walk up this hill, then down the hill, and just poke at you with long-range spells, which they definitely have. Quap Dagger, Malefice, Impetus. So yeah, I wouldn't stand where you're standing, and I also would really try to get my Storm to come. But nonetheless, sieging with ranged axes, getting Glimmer caped. This initiation by Sand King, not a huge fan of. Looks like they're not backing this guy up. Why are they so afraid? What is Quap doing? Oh my gosh. Quap just killed herself. Alright, you pop the ulti. Are you just gonna chain her at this guy? He's dead. Okay. Woo! This enemy team is throwing so hard. I mean, I really like what you're doing, and I definitely think that the opponents are quite a bit behind now. As I said, this is a big net worth disadvantage. Enigma, whole team dead going in. Oof, brutal. But that's going to be the end of the first clip. A couple things I noticed is I think this is very self-proficient gameplay. To be fair, I would be concerned if I was looking at you as an individual player and I was coaching you. I would be very concerned in that unless you were super far ahead, you will constantly die while pushing towers due to poor positioning. That's obviously, I can't look at everything and I didn't pay attention to everything. It's hard to do that within 2 minutes. But nonetheless, I think your positioning maybe was definitely a bit off. However, I really love the Solar Roche. I love the Nether Shawl. I think this item build is solid. And therefore, yeah, I'm gonna guess, I think this is high. I think this is at least ancient. I'm gonna say this is divine 3. Like, the only reason why I'm not sure is because the enemy team is doing some really questionable things. But nonetheless, I'm gonna say that this is gotta be, yeah, divine 3. NTK turns out to be divine 1. Wow, oh, okay. So this actually makes sense. This makes legitimate sense, where TK was divine 1, but it's a party queue game and the ranks got thrown off, which definitely makes sense. It certainly seems like that. The coordination from the enemy team, the Quap blinking in like she did, the Void just walking into melee range of a troll before waiting for Chrono, not setting up with like an arrow. A lot of miscommunication, not thinking ahead, and therefore it does not surprise me that these players might have been behind. But nonetheless, let's get into the second clip. Alright, next up we're going to be looking at Hitman on the Anti-Mage. We're specifically going to be focusing on his laning stage. And yeah, after that we'll look at some support / off lane videos to end up the episode. Not that we're even close to done, just saying, you know, I'll do some other roles. Nonetheless, I'd like to start off with your item build. So first things first, I really like the fact that you have, you know, a pretty standard build. Some lanes I would consider going salve just in case it's a hard matchup, but in this case, Zeus Pudge, definitely think you can get away with the items that you did. Now, getting into this trade here, you take the Q, think that's reasonable. Clearly to me, you are looking to take the trade, did not tunnel vision on the rune, which I like. You know, I do think, guys, you can do both, right? The thing is you can do both. Like right there, maybe Hitman could have went for both. He still could have gotten the bounty and hit the Pudge, but nonetheless, I really love the fact that he bullied out the Pudge. He's going to force this guy to use his tangos, which he only has 3 of, so he's going to be able to win the lane purely off that, which is what I think players don't realize. Just the trade you have at the rune can completely determine how the lane goes. That's how you win in Dota, right? You maximize the little things, maximize the small advantages. So, yeah, great trading. First things first, you did block the range creep in front. I didn't get the last hit, but nonetheless, I mean, I wouldn't probably do that as Anti-Mage, because the reason why I'd want to keep the lane about even is because, number one, I don't want to let them get level 2 before me, right? I don't want to give them like an early level 2 off the wave, off the second wave, because they secure all the creeps easily, and then pressure me. That more comes into play at wave number 2, but nonetheless, next things next, you need to aid a tangos 10 times earlier here. Guys, you really all have like tango deficiency. Like, you need to constantly have tangos going. If he's going to contest the range creep, he needs to eat a tango preemptively, assuming they're going to hit him when he's going for the range creep. So definitely not the perfect play there, but let's move on. So at this point with this Crystal Maiden, all I would be looking to do if I was you is basically last hit, you know, pull creep aggro when the CM isn't with you. Beautiful, you just did that. And when the CM is with you and looking to cast spells, you know, eat up a tango. When the CM casts Crystal Nova or Frostbite, get aggressive. Also, really good trading with the Zeus there, and you get the range creep deny. Super nice. So here, this is when, so a little bit, not the best, but a little bit of bad awareness here. So you're hitting the Zeus, you can back off to get this deny, that's great, but then right here, you should turn back around. And if you and CM are both on the same page and high-level players, which I'm not saying I know you are for sure, but based upon a couple decisions, I don't think you're super high, but nonetheless, could have turned around there, right? And if you and CM went, you could have gotten 3-4 hits on the Zeus. And that's kind of like how Dota goes. If you miss opportunities like that, you ruin your lane a bit. Also, please eat a tango. Eat a tango. Guys, if you're missing the amount of HP that tango gives, eat a tango. That's how you win trades. Like, if you're on max health right now, you can all in, potentially, right? If you want to. Okay, you bought an item. I did not see what it was, but you did buy an item. Still not eating tangos, which triggers me, but okay, you bought an Orb of Venom. I can respect this. I do think that this Pudge Zeus matchup is a very easy one for you, and in combination with CM spells, I actually think you could go very aggressive with this Oof. So yeah, I like it. I like it. Did you have to go this? No, maybe not, because you could have went Wraithband and synergized with the CM, but considering the lane seems particularly easy, I do believe that this is definitely reasonable at the least. So at this point, oh god. Why are you not hitting him there? I know you want to go with the CM, and I respect that, but it took you, like, way too long to hit the Pudge there. Nonetheless, yep, eat a tango. Good. At this point, you just gotta go on this Pudge. This is a free kill. Go! What? You have 2 nukes! How is this not guy not dead? Go on anyone! All you guys have to... Like, this is where if you're a carry player, you need to say go. Like, even here, purely because I'm so strong and my CM has 2 nukes, I would just blink on the Pudge. Ha, got him. Nice little E there. Beautifully played. Nice, that's a free kill. Come on. Yeah, Pudge killed himself. Nice. Alright. Took a little bit. Here, blink on this guy. Beat him up! Yes! It took you too long, though, because if you did it earlier, you could have... Ah! See, this is what I mean, guys. Dota's such a cool game because, like, I really like a lot of the decisions that Hitman's making. I actually like how he's approaching the lane. He's just, like, a second or two too slow every single time. And therefore, he would lose to an immortal player. Because every time an immortal player gets off his spells earlier, or realizes that he's in a bad position a second or two earlier, you miss that opportunity completely, and therefore you'll lose the lane based off these decisions. So I do love a lot of the things that the aim is doing. He's last hitting well, his denies are good, but a couple opportunities to pressure that he missed. But overall, I love the Orb of Venom. Wow, another great E usage. Beautiful. Honestly, a lot of good stuff. Not the best Tango usage though, as I said. But a lot of good stuff coming out from Hitman. Honestly, I would give this like a 7 or 8 out of 10 in terms of landing stage. I would easily rate this at like an ancient performance, right? I would give this like ancient or, you know, low divine. Probably more so ancient because I would hope that a divine player would be more aggressive in lane. I never know anymore, but after watching so many Guess the Ranks, sometimes I just don't know. But all right, let's keep going. So at this point, you're out of regen. I hoped you shipped out more. Oh my gosh, what? Did CM just snipe your courier? Oh, no, that's unfortunate. But I do like the fact that you were buying more tangos. I do like that. Yeah, okay, this is reasonable. I maybe would have skipped the second Wraith Band, just completed my one and bought more regen, just to win this lane harder, but yeah, overall, I'm cool with the items that you bought. You actually put 2 points in your E here. I mean, it does go up by 10%. You know, this spell scales fairly well, but usually you want to double the max mana burn per hit and make your mana burn per hit go up by 12. I do think that is quite a bit better. So personally, I would have taken my Q here, just gone more aggressive, but I do think that this build overall is okay. I really do wish, though, you have 2 points in Q. I think that's the value point, especially with the max mana burn per hit. I do believe that is the massive value point that you are missing out on. And that's going to be all for the laning stage. Oh, I guess we're seeing one more kill before I end it off. Nice. Really good recognition of the bounty hunter there. Yeah, I think everything's looking pretty good here. I'm pretty confident that you're around ancient. I'm going to say that this is low ancient. To be fair, your last hits and deny is fantastic. For that, I would give you like a divine rating, right? This is divine. But some missed gaps there that I think could have made you win the lane even harder. But yeah, I'm going to give you an ancient 4, ancient 5, I want to say ancient 5 rating for my boy Hitman. Let's go. Hitman is... What? I don't think he's a Smurf. I mean, level 58 with 3,500 matches doesn't seem... I don't think he is. Like, I don't know. I don't think he is. Oh, are you going Battle Fury before Boots? Don't tell me you're about to buy Battle Fury before Boots. Buy the treads. Oh! Hitman! Everything was going so well, and then you do this. Guys, why should he go treads here? Because he's winning the lane. If you're winning the lane and you buy treads, you can chase them down. All of a sudden, you become unstoppable. Then this Pudge has no game. On top of that, if you buy treads, you can start taking the large camp. Right? The damage you get from Mithril Hammer. Let's just look at this. It's 1,600 gold, you get 24 damage, right? 1,600 gold. Treads, for 1,400 gold, give you 45 movement speed, which is obviously giga valuable, especially when you're ahead, because you can chase them down. 10 selected attribute, which is 10 attack speed and 10 damage, and 25 attack speed. How is it even close? It's not. It's not. You're gonna buy the treads eventually. Buy them first. They're your power spike. They're an early power spike. Getting an earlier Battle Fury here will not amplify your farm or affect the net worth of the game as much as you could by taking early treads here. Like, right, also, please blink on this Zeus. Dude, you don't need your CM. Just do it yourself. You can solo kill him. Especially if he has treads, he doesn't need the CM at all. It's a pure solo kill. So, yeah, the opponents against him definitely feel like an Archon, but I don't think you're a Smurf. I think you've been just watching gameleap videos and are probably subscribed to the gameleap website. But not. Well played. Hey, good luck to you. I think you'll go up if you fix some of the later issues that I'm not looking at. Alright, getting into the next clip, we have Fatality on the Warlock. Now, for all of you who think I actually don't know what that word means, you just got pranked. It's Fatality. But nonetheless, you're playing Warlock. You got a Glimmer Cape, 4-staff Aeon Disc. I think these are very reasonable items. I think the Aeon Disc is okay here. They do have a Legion. They have a Skywrath Mage who might try to burst you, a Lion, and they have a lot of jump heroes. So Aeon Disc, okay. I can respect it, Sometimes I would argue, maybe you want an Ags or a Refresher. But I really do like the fact that you have a defensive item build. I'm a huge fan. On top of that, you got the Spell Prism. That's a great item, right? I do think it's very legitimate on your hero this game. Maybe I would give it to my Spectre. He's got an Illusionist Cape, though. That makes sense. All right, nonetheless, we're going to be looking at a late-game teamfight here, mid to late-game teamfight. And yeah, just kind of pay attention to spellcasting, positioning, all of the above, because I think those are really the big things for supports. You know, when you're playing a support, trying to improve as a support player, you really want to pay attention to your positioning and your spellcasting in fights. It's a big deal. So nonetheless, fight breaks out here, and there's already one main issue. Number one, your camera, in my opinion, is way too high. I would prefer if it's down more. If I go into free camera here, I'd prefer to see this, right? This is what I would want to look at, because I want to see how close this guy is. I want to see what items he's casting. I want to see what spells he's using. I want to even see how much health he is, right? I want to see, even if the Skywrath is looking at me, I want to see if his character model is looking at me, so I can react accordingly. But nonetheless, you're going to walk in here, right off the bat. Maybe you don't want to go in like this. You do have an Aeon Disc, so it's okay, sort of. But you go in for a Bonds. It ends up being a really good Bonds, connecting onto a lot of heroes. Once again, this is all dead space on the top, though. I wish you were looking more at the Lion. We'll continue on. There's a big rock opportunity here. You do drop it, but your positioning's off. So guys, I want to ask you a question. For all you support players, you need to answer this question. When we're going to this fight here, how far away could he be to cast this rock, right? That's the question you have to ask yourself, because there's no reason for him to frontline. And I really want to make a main separation right now, guys. It's okay to get gone on as a support if they find you all the way in the back lines and you were hiding in the trees and you pressed all your spell. Like, if you played it correctly and you were hiding and they just made the correct play to jump and hunt you, fine. But more often than not, the reason why support players get held back in their brackets is primarily because they're just out of position because of themselves, right? They didn't get put out of position by a good smoke gang. They didn't get put out of position by a proper Vor Spear play. You simply walk out of position. And that's what you can't allow. That's not okay, right? That's one of those mistakes you really got to fix. Could have potentially went for the Glimmer. Nerf cast range, probably couldn't have gotten it up. But nonetheless, if this Lion is paying attention, you're going to get Earth Spiked here, right? You're not going to be allowed to get off this ultimate. Now, that's why, obviously, just by watching this clip, this Lion having an instant panic attack and not casting his spells just shows the sign of an unexperienced player to a large extent, or a player with, I guess, poor reactions, one of the two. But nonetheless, it was a good Fatal Bond, still a decent rock, but the positioning is off. Yeah, so overall, that just gives me bad vibes, because it's something like, if you're a good support player, you don't go that out of position, because frankly, it was that out of position. It really was, you know, because it was all because of yourself, and frankly, you could have been on your own high ground to cast that rock. But let's look at one more fight. You do have the Spell Prism, so you're gonna have another ulti pretty dang soon. Oh, are getting gone on here. Force Staff out, dead. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to the next fight. Oh, I just saw you pushing the bottom lane. That's good. That's good. Fight going in here. Okay, you Force Staffed your Spectre actually out of the ultimate. He is almost dead, though. That finger was ridiculous. You should heal him. Why aren't you healing him? Yikes. Does he have an Aegis? I mean, regardless, even if he has Aegis, it's not like you shouldn't heal him then. Yeah, that's not good. Also, you should have probably bonded them there just to make sure they'd die faster. Right? Oh, it would have prevented the line from blinking out as well. Alright. A lot of issues here. There's a lot of issues. This has to be a Q. I think the Lion is their mid laner, if I'm not mistaken, based on his items. I hope he is. Otherwise, he is the most farm mid laner, support I've ever seen. But nonetheless, you know, you should have healed this guy earlier. I would be fine if you dropped the rock here. It would be okay in my opinion. It's 2-man rock, security kills. But definitely at least the Fatal Bonds to cancel out that blink had to come into play here. On top of that, I wish you would take out your wards and throw down a ward here. Personally, I think if you have control over the map, this is one of the best wards in the game. If you take the mid-tier 2 on either side, you plop down a ward in the area. It could be here, it could be here, it could be here. You know, just get one down. It's really, really good vision, especially in your low to mid-tier pubs, which is what I'm guessing and going to guess that this is based upon your performance. But nonetheless, you guys are taking Roche here, great synergy. But I'm going to guess that this is I want to say Archon 1. I really like what you're doing with your build. I think some of the things were good, but a lot of positioning issues. So this is either like Archon 1 or like High Crusader. I'm going to say that this is Archon 1. And Fatality is Archon 5. Okay, so that's pretty close. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Just a lot of positioning issues, not casting your spells perfectly. It's not fast enough. But the big thing for me was positioning. That's obviously what I focus on in teamfights. It's positioning and spellcasting. How good are you at those? Your usage of items was pretty dang solid, but the positioning and spellcasting was like it was like kind of a 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 10 for me. So yeah, if I was you, I'd work on that. And last but certainly not least, we have Holy Hawk on the Mars. Starting off, we got a really good item build. I'm a fan. And let's check how things go. I'm gonna be looking at the laning stage. If I didn't say that already, I can't really remember. But nonetheless, seems like you're laning with a Mirana who is AFK, very unfortunate. But because she is AFK, I don't think you should go for this rune. I'll be honest, I actually have watched this fight already. That's all I've watched up until this point. But guys, please, how many times do I have to say this in videos? If you can't get the rune easily, don't go for the rune. Do not take the rune. Just let it go. Let it go, because here you're standing in a shrapnel. The sniper's beating you up. The troll slows you. For some reason, troll's not hitting you, which frankly makes no sense, but troll's not hitting you. Lucky you. And I don't know if you get the rune or not, you do. But now you have to pop a cell right off the bat. Snipe, oh my god, oh my god, these shrapnels are so bad. Oh, this is like legend, man, or ancient, no offense, but like, the troll's not hitting you properly. Sniper shrapnels are a 1 out of 10. Actually, no, they're like a 4 out of 10. And so you should have died. And then all of a sudden you die, the troll gets a Wraith Band off spawn or something like that, and then you lose your entire lane. Was that worth it for 40 gold for each person? No. In my opinion, the first blood gold that is given to one person is much more substantial than 40 to each, or even having to pop a salve and a tango for the trade is not worth it. I really do not think so, because I think the gold that the troll is going to be able to get because you had to burn regen is more substantial. But nonetheless, let's watch your laning stage and see how you deal with the fact that your Mirana is AFK. So, right off the bat, you're getting zoned by Sniper. Should eat a tango, guys. Why do you guys never eat tangos? You're so bad at this. Everyone's so bad at it. If you get hit and you lose 50 HP, eat a tango and then trade. That's how you win trades. You eat a tango and man up. Nonetheless, I don't think you stayed in XP range for most of that wave, which is frankly a mistake. So if we go back, because this is important for all you All-Flame players, I know you're getting zoned, but because you're getting zoned, you should be standing on the left. You should Quelling Blade this tree even potentially. Like, that's a cool play. But basically, all you want to do is not put yourself in a position to get zoned by Sniper. So where's Sniper going to come from? The right, right? So don't stand on the right. Right, don't stand literally next to where Sniper can hit you. Stand here and pull creep aggro to the left. And then on top of that, even when the Sniper runs at you here, you should know he has basically no shrapnel charges, so you can play more aggressive. And because of that, you should stay in XP range of this range creep. You cannot just say, oh, I'm getting bullied. It's not. No, eat a tango, throw a spear at it, and secure it. You cannot be okay with losing a range creep because a Sniper that is level 1 who with only 1 shrapnel charge is bullying you a little bit. You have to eat a tango and yeet the spear, or at least stay in XP range. It's got to be one or the other. This is a huge misplay, and it's a very common misplay at that. All right, getting into the second wave. Looks like your Mirana's coming back. Woo! Okay, once again, get the range creep, dude. All you have to do is shift your camera up like this. This is where your camera should be. Walk around and then gate. Did you at least get the XP? Why? Gosh, dang it. Gosh. And nonetheless, even though you're solo, after 2 waves, you're still not level 2, which is not good. But hey! Mirana instantly hits an arrow. You should go for a spear. Nice spear. Okay. Alright, not chasing. Woo! Beautiful. Didn't chase, even getting the deny. Very good, Holy Hawk. Beautiful. Sniper completely wastes 2 shrapnel charges. Alright, why aren't you getting these denies, though? Don't go AFK to buy items. This is why you should have them shift you. Deny the creep! Deny the creep, please! Oh! Ugh! Didn't do it. Why do people not care about denies? I honestly don't get that. Is it just because it's not a habit? Like, are people just naturally greedy? I think it's that. People are just naturally greedy. Okay, this looks like a free kill on Sniper. All you have to do is W him and then spear him. Alright, throw out the spear. Oh, arrow misses. Alright, whatever, you can still spear him. What is happening? Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna, that's alright. I'm not gonna say much. Hey, Mirana got a courier. Looks like she's about to die first blood. Damn, now Troll gets the first blood. Okay, alright. We're just gonna move on. Alright, nonetheless, let's go up until the 5-minute mark, then we're gonna end up the episode. So, contesting the Sniper here, nope. Pulling the creep blade back, okay. I do think you maybe should have considered being more aggressive with spears this game and bought mangoes instead of just rushing Soul Ring. It's an option. Even I probably would have considered Stick. Troll casts a fair amount of spells if he's a good Troll Warlord. This guy seems pretty mediocre. To be honest, even his CS is 16. Ugh, this has got to be low MMR. How do you have 16? This guy's been free farming. How do you have 16 last hits in 5 minutes? Ah, disgusting. Please don't miss the spear. Oh, thank God. We're gonna end the episode there. I'm gonna guess the rank. This has got to be pretty low. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna say that this is like Archon, you know, like, your last hits and knives are, like, for being solo, they're okay. I mean, you could have done 10 times better because the sniper and troll are awful, so you could have easily, like, not easily, you could theoretically have 25 CS right now if you just played better, casted your spells better, got first blood, scared the range creeps, those type of things, you know. But you didn't, so I'm not gonna make you that low for the reason that you're doing okay, even though you're in a theoretically, like, kind of a hard situation for most players. But yeah, I'm gonna say that this is Legend 1. You're Legend 1. Here we go. Where's the Mars? Mars is Ancient 3. Oh my gosh. Dude, how do you miss those spears? You're Ancient. Come on. I expect better of you guys. But that's going to be all for today's episode. I hope you guys have learned some things about Dota 2. That is always the goal of these Guess the Ranks. Have some fun, but also learn some things about your ranks. What are you guys doing wrong? What are you doing right? If you enjoyed, please click the like button down below. Also consider signing up to gameleap.com as I put a lot of effort in new videos every single day. How cool is that? I think it's cool. It takes a lot of work. You know, I put in a lot of work every single day. Our editors go super hard. And so yeah, we try to get good content. So consider signing up, like and subscribe. You know the deal, and I'll see you in the next one. Before you leave, just want to say a quick message. If you're trying to get better at Dota or you just enjoyed that video, I know this is pretty general, and you're going to hear this quite a bit from me. But I recommend you sign up to gameleap.com. Why? Because I put a lot of effort into the content over there, and generally the effort I do there is different from the content you're going to see here on YouTube. It's different. In fact, I usually go a lot more in depth on topics or into niche topics that help you get to the next level even faster. Because on YouTube, I often have to keep it more mainstream. That's even why I'm putting it at the end of this YouTube video. That's why this is at the end, because a lot of people just watch 5 minutes, they skip through just for like the dopamine spike. But if you are interested in actually getting better at Dota, I recommend you go to the description down below, get your discount right now by clicking the link, sign up, use the discount code that you're going to see there, and I hope to see you there right now. So click it, and yeah, thanks for watching.